Hello, hello, and welcome, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon to new moon next in October 2020. I am your reader, Angelo Lyons. Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, hi, my subscribers. Hi. I love you guys so much. You know, I have so many Aquarian friends that I love and adore that have really helped me through this life. It's such an honor to be serving you today. And to my subscribers in particular, thank you so much for helping me on my YouTube journey, right? It has been a lot of work getting to where I am in numbers and hours and all that stuff put together. So I couldn't have gotten there without your subscriptions, your likes, your shares, your comments, right? Hit that notification bell and all that jazz. Thank you. I'm shooting for 30 grand subscribers. I know I'm not even at 2,000 yet, but then I will be able to have that membership thing so I can put the extended reads here instead of on another platform. Right now I'm putting them on Vimeo.com, which is lovely. I love my Vimeo account. It's a little bit of extra work. It would be nice to be able to do everything here, and once I get membership, you pay one price a month and you get access to all the extended reads. So help me get there if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, all the YouTubey stuff, really helpful, particularly my Aquarians, usually so adept and tuned into the social media, technological stuff. Help me get my work out to the world, which is what you guys are good at, right? That unity consciousness, Aquarian fixed air deal. Let's do this. We are looking at a specific timeline here for from actually technically a couple of days ago, the full moon in Aries on the 1st of October to the new moon. The new moon in Libra, which is on Friday the 16th. Now, a new moon on a Friday, massive, perfect alignment for love magic, justice magic, balance magic, all that kind of stuff, because you've got Libra ruled by Venus on Friday, the day of Venus. So look at this waning moon time as an opportunity to purge, to release, to let go, to alchemize from lead to gold. Anything that needs to be healed within you, at least, you know, for a 2-week period, to prepare yourself to plant a new seed come that new moon of love and balance and justice and peace and all that jazz, right? So what we're going to do with this, we're doing a 7-card draw, 1 card from 7 different decks that I use. There are 3 healing systems, 2 tarot decks, and 2 oracle systems that I am working with to get you what it is that you need this full moon to new moon next waning moon period. It's general. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. All the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom. Stay in the present moment. Focus on your breath. Fixed air. Focus on breath. And try and see this from the highest perspective possible, right? The larger picture, even with just 7 cards. Because that's what you guys are good at. Aquarians are fixed air, like the stratosphere. They see the larger picture. Humanitarianism, right? Friendliness. And the world really needs that right now. So anything I can do to help, let's get up in this gig. Remember, focus on your breath, and I will do the best that I can to do the same and get you the guidance, clarity, and grace. And by the way, check your other signs, because if this is your sun sign and your moon sign is different, you're going to get different information, maybe about the same thing, maybe about a whole other subject of your life entirely. Shall we? We are going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck to get you the most dominant archetype you need to alchemize from lead to gold. Remember, lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. Yeah, I just went earth science on you. So keep that in mind. Something has to be burned off, transformed, let go of, right? Whatever those symbolic 3 atoms are to go from lead to gold, shadow to light, toxic to healthy. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. Here we go. Breathe. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, I need 1 card in clarity for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. This full moon in Aries, now past new moon next in Libra, October 2020. What is the dominant soul power? They are developing, moving from shadow to light, alchemizing from lead to gold, healing from toxic to healthy. This full moon to new moon next, whether it's in themselves, whether it's in somebody else, whether it's in a general situation, any combo, all of those things, they are dealing with the gambler archetype. Ooh, action family archetype. I love the gambler archetype. I don't really have it in myself in terms of literal gambling. The story goes in my family when we used to travel together, because we used to travel a lot. We'd always go to places with casinos because my parents loved to gamble. It's not my thing. They'd say, here, take $20 and go play the slots. I'm like, thanks. And I'd be at the bar drinking that shit up. It's like, otherwise take the money and throw it in the garbage. I'm a Virgo, right? So, but I get the intuitive part of this, which is so genius. But let's look at the shadow attribute, the lead, right? Because this might not be you. This might be someone or something you are dealing with that is a gamble. The shadow attribute, relying on relying on luck rather than hard work, right? It's like, well, let me just keep playing the lottery instead of doing what is right in front of me that needs to be done, right? That sort of deal. The light attribute, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. And ain't that a gamble, right? To develop that trust. See, self-esteem and intuition are linked. Carolyn Mace, MISS, it's her deck. Trust me, she's right. Because if you get a real intuitive hit and you have to check it with everybody else in your tribe, that's tribe esteem. Self-esteem is, no, this is my hit. I don't know what it is, but I have to take a step on this. I have to at least begin to actualize. This is the action family of archetypes, right? So whether this is you, someone else, or a situation in general, again, any of those, it's a good place to start, because that's our first healing system. Our second healing system is the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. So what is the perfect healing mantra, right? Let's ask the Ascended Masters. Breathe. Oh, hello, my Ascended Masters, Lady Athena in particular. Please, can I have one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, from this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra? What is their perfect healing mantra to help them heal this gambler archetype from shadow to light? Their perfect mantra is rewriting the subconscious. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. And I know you can't see that, but you will see it popped up in the picture at the end, the overview, right? So rewriting the subconscious is very much that, right? Law of attraction works, but not the way that we have taught it to be, at least not in these higher dimensions, right? It's just like the math textbook you had in 3rd grade. It's not the same math textbook you have in, your senior year of high school, 12th grade, right? That we are learning and growing. So this is about indirect manifestation, right? Visualize what makes you feel good for sure, but if you're attached to the outcome, that's why you always hear, don't attach to the outcome, because what you're doing is allowing that energy to move through you in a good feeling way, that hits that law of attraction and brings you more experiences to feel that feeling. So that's why if you're trying to emotionally bypass, it doesn't work. You have to really be like, no, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes of embracing feeling good, because then your nervous system repatterns it to, it's like rewiring yourself to take more of that higher, better feeling vibe. So hence, the less you will feel bad. Now, I will read it from the book. So the only one I am reading from the book this time around. Rewriting the subconscious. Rewriting the nervous system is the opposite page. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. When the subconscious is rewritten, you're able to feel good on a regular basis regardless of the way life unfolds. And bingo, that is such an Aquarian thing. It's not just being blissfully, blithely, blindly optimistic, right? It's just saying that I am conditioning, and despite the conditioning I took on in this lifetime since birth, here's me taking responsibility of my own subconscious patterning, at least in the emotional aspect. Now, I know Aquarians are not known for their emotionality, no air sign is, but that's why check your other signs, right? There is a thing here about emotion in play here, but it's a gamble, right? It's a gamble. Maybe everything around you, from everybody else's point of view, it's just like shit upon fucked up upon shit. And to be able to say, you know what? I am willing to give this a shot, to shake the dice and possibly steal the rice, right? In rewriting the subconscious, you reverse the gravitational pull of conditioning, oh my God, to become more familiar with the virtues of goodness. I didn't even realize that was in the next line. In tune with the deck much mark, DECK, just clarifying. As goodness becomes more known, the opposite vibration of negativity can become a less frequent visitor to your reality. It's not saying it's never going to come up again. It's just saying you've shifted the balance, right? Interesting, heading towards a Libra moon. This mantra is ideal for relieving guilt, releasing shame, and finding joy in new beginnings. And you're moving towards a new moon here. So I would take that mantra into consideration, right? The more I embrace feeling good, less often I will feel bad, because it's just the truth. Doesn't mean you're never going to feel bad, it's just less often, right? So we have one more healing system to do. We'll get that on the table after our tarot. We're doing Daughters of the Moon for what you need to be aware of inside yourself, yinside yourself, if you like. The Mythic Tarot for what you need to be aware of outside of yourself, the Yang. The Erica Yin and the Erica Yang. Breathe. My goddesses of Aquarius. The Divine Feminine, please. Athena in particular, right? So you're Lady Athena in the Ascended Masters, and you're the Goddess Athena in the Pantheon. So you're a hard worker. You are definitely you're working multiple shifts here. My beloved gray-eyed Goddess of Wisdom, please. Can I have one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign from this new moon in Aries to full moon next in Libra, October 2020. What do they need to be aware of within their own selves? Now, the Sagittarian card, I have to say, when you're doing tarot, court cards are going to pop up. As much as we would like to think this is someone, this is the inside world, the yin-side world. So if you have any planets in Sagittarius, have a look at that. That's going to give you a clue, a tip, a hint about this full moon to new moon next. But when I tune to the energy in the card, that a Sagittarian fire is very much a gamble, because it's like inside, it's mutable fire. It's Cerridwen, goddess of the cauldron, goddess of the transformation by fire. An alchemical process for sure, but mutable fire, right? Changeable fire. Fixed air with mutable fire that's like a steady, solid breeze fanning the flames of a wildfire, right? So there's probably a lot of excitement here, particularly the Jupiterian aspect of Sagittarius I'm getting here with that sense of expansion. This might be a gamble that you can't not take. It's horrible grammar, is double negative. This might be an opportunity, a gamble that you have to take, or you feel like you have to take, right? Passion, excitement. It's something new coming in, or something new that you want that's got you animated. Now, no one else might know this. Being an Aquarian, like I said, you guys can really pull back. So this might be something, simmering. I've never said that before with this card. I've read this deck since I was 19 years old. I'm 52. This is really very much something simmering inside of you, a transformation, a change, a passion bubbling up inside of you. And if you can feel good with that feeling and release the outcome, you're really rewriting the subconscious. Like, let me just feel this for the sake of feeling it. And then you can watch what the universe brings you. You know, instead of trying to make things happen. It doesn't work that way. You can't hack the divine plan. You might look like you've hacked the divine plan, but that was part of the divine plan, right? We're so not in control here. I know, what a nightmare the truth can be. Let's find out what you need to be aware of outside of yourself. This is fun. Nothing like my aquariums. I love you guys. Breathe. This could also be artistic creativity. Yeah, they're just like showing me all different ways this is playing itself out in the collective. Too many to mention. So let's see what it looks like on the outside. Oh, my gods of Aquarius, Heracles in particular. I need one card in clarity, if you would, for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra. What do they need to be aware of outside of themselves, considering we're dealing with the gambler archetype, rewriting the subconscious, and this internal Sagittarian stoking a fire here? Whoa, the Wheel of Fortune. Talk about the divine plan. Okay. There's stuff that is fated, F-A-T-E-D, going on. Now, how you alchemize fate to destiny is by taking the hero's journey, right? This is what you're giving me. Everything is here to help us. I know it doesn't look that way. It's not supposed to. It's not a very exciting hero's journey if they get everything they want every single step of the way. It's just not, right? There have to be dragons. There has to be Dark Knight. There has to be, study the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell, you'll see what I mean. It's in every movie practically, right? Even the romantic stories, there is still that hero's journey thing there. The archetypal journey of the soul incarnate in a physical body, if you want to go there. So with the Sagittarius, there is great passion and inspiration. Ninth house for me is about spirituality, really. So this could be a spirit thing that you want to take a risk on, but that it's either been a long time coming or there is a turn of the wheel coming here. There's a divine timing element here. So can you manage embracing feeling good? While this fire does what it's supposed, sometimes the desire itself transforms us, whether or not it manifests, right? And it's totally okay to want what you want, right? There are all these different archetypes inside of us, and they all want to get up to bat, and they're all things that we want to do, right? Like tonight, I'm going to be cooking. When I'm done with this creative project will be up on YouTube. I'm making bolognese tonight, and I've got other stuff that I got that I'm thinking. I might even roast some tomatoes that I grew. I love. I can make them into something called tomato jam. Really, really good. My mom taught me how to do it. It's just lovely, right? So, but different modalities, and there's also the little child in me that's like, can we please watch anime tonight? I'm like, we'll get there, sweetheart. It's Saturday night. And the lover is me is like, well, do you want to call that guy who said he wants to hook up and come over tonight? I'm like, well, we could do that too, right? All of this mutable fire inside that I can relate to, but even if none of it happens, know that there is a divine timing thing in here. There's nothing wrong with what you want. Love the pieces, the parts, the aspects of self that want different things, particularly when they seem to go against each other. Like, I want to hang out and I want to be alone. Hello. Virgo, Sun, Pisces moon. We good? We good on that? That makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. Now let's do our third healing system, the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, just the suit of problem, right? We want to look at, because it's waning moon, what's the problem that you want to erode, to alchemize, right? Probably part of the risk here. Let's ask the Ascended Masters who gave us the mantra for rewriting the subconscious. What's the problem? Breathe. What's the problem? Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity. My beloved Ascended Masters and friends, for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising Venus sign, from this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra, October 2020, because again, we've got the gambler rewriting the subconscious, a lot of passion, desire, inspiration, things they want on the inside, Wheel of Fortune on the outside, that this is a timing thing. It's written, it's destined, but it may not look any way the way they want it to look like with all that fire going on. So please, what's the problem for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising Venus sign? This full moon to new moon next, so that they can have a little clarity here. Houston, we have a problem. You got the problem suit with the problem card. I should say the problem card of the problem suit. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you about that, because don't freak, because usually what we think of as a problem is not a problem, it's a process. What appears to be a problem, right? Even Eckhart Tolle, right? And I think that is in the Power of Now. He's written so much, and his videos are amazing. I adore him. I'm afraid to meet him because I'm afraid I'm going to pinch his cheeks, and then security's going to pull me away. Same thing with the Dalai Lama. I love them. They're so cute. But that's that thing. Eckhart Tolle would say that it's the ego that makes it a problem, where really it's a situation. Matt Kahn shifted that a little bit, saying that it's not a problem, it's something in process, just looks like a problem, and hence the risk aspect here. There may be conflicting voices inside of you about, well, but I want to, but it's not time yet. There's a problem. But is it a problem, or is it a process? Something to consider. And what we're going to do now is get our 2 oracle systems going here. We're going to do the Whispers of Love Oracle next to get the voices of the higher self, fifth dimension and above, that just sees this better in terms of what you need. Breathe. Oh. Higher selves have all involved, particularly for an Aquarian anything. You guys are so chill. Please, one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra. What do they need? What do they need? The piece of inspiration, information, or insight, the whisper of love for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full moon to new moon next, considering they are dealing with the gambler, rewriting the subconscious, internal Sagittarian fire, external wheel of fortune, destiny, things written, but will they take the journey? Knowing now that they need to address there is a problem going on here. What problem or process, really feels more like process, what is the piece of information, inspiration, or insight they need this full moon to new moon next? Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Now, I'm going to say there is a gamble. There's a danger of loving somebody too much. Patty Smythe just went, ooh. Great song. Tear jerker, rip your heart out. Because sometimes love just ain't enough, but that's the risk, right? That is the gamble that feels like going, do I trust this feeling that I'm having regardless of how this thing is going to manifest? Can I embrace feeling good here? How committed am I to love regardless of whether I get my way or not? Even if I shake the dice and it's snake eyes, I have to really consider my spiritual foundation. I need to look at how committed I am to love. Loving yourself, loving another. But again, you're Aquarius, you can do that from a distance. You can do that through blessing. You can do that through prayer. You can do that spiritually, knowing that the wheel is going to turn anyway. Now, the Wheel of Fortune usually does take action, right? That we have to play into that in some way, and you do have an action family archetype. But I'm really feeling, I know saying this to an Aquarian seems odd, but really tap into the feelings first, right? Come from that place of, all right, I'm going to maybe tilt the odds in my favor by vibrationally aligning with something that feels better regardless of what the outcome is. That's the real gamble, right? Otherwise, it's a fixed game. For a fixed air sign. Last card down. Whoa, come here, you. The Healing with the Angels Oracle. What is the healing angel you need to call upon, right? To help you heal, right? It's the Healing with the Angels Oracle. Why wouldn't you want to call upon an angel to help you with this? Let's ask them. Let's see what you get. Breathe. I feel you. I feel you, my angels and archangels of the element of air. Please, my beloveds, oh, I love you guys so much. Please, one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What is the angel they need? What is the healing angel they need to work with, to call upon, to pray to, align with, embody this full moon in Aries to new moon next in Libra, October 2020. Again, we've got the gambler, rewriting the subconscious, internal mutable fire, external wheel of fortune, problem that they need to be aware of, and they need to really consider their foundation to really connect with how committed they are to love. What is the healing angel they need to call upon to help them heal this? Music. Well, you know, it does make the people come together. Let's keep our sense of humor about this. The Angel of Music, I have to say, now my favorite card in this deck. I've said this before because it's a little vague. Now, I mean, I have the book. If you have any musical skill, brilliant, right? If there is an artistic, creative thing here, find a way to express it. What would the Angel of Music do, right? I think that's an important question to ask with oracles of this kind. Because it doesn't say it on the card, right? It just says the angel, the healing angel of music. And of course music heals. And I would call upon that, but then what's the angel going to do? It's going to get you music that heals. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I've called upon the angel of music, I've gotten random songs out of nowhere that squeeze my heart like a sponge, crying and crying and crying. I'm like, fuck you, angel of healing. And they're like, it's moving through you now. It's not a static energy field in your system. It is moving, right? But so the healing with music, you can also say symbolically that Like the Wheel of Fortune, it's a record that's turning, right? Music has usually a beginning, a middle, and an end. A crescendo, right? Glissando. Sounds like a drag queen name. Welcome to the stage, Glissando. It's probably the wrong word. Anyway, you sort of get the idea there that there's a musical aspect to this. If you're dealing with a musician, if you are a musician, or just really call upon the music that you need to help you heal through this, or certainly put it into some sort of musical form. I mean, really, I'm a dancer. I can do lyrics like crazy. I can't play and really, if someone took a gun, put it to my head and said, compose music, I'd be like, end me now, because it's not going to happen. Words, I can give you. Lyrics, rhymes, I'm good at that shit. I write spells. The spelling tradition has nothing on me. I can rhyming couplet amongst the best of them. But to have that through dance is my thing. That's like sometimes the right song comes on and poof, I'm up. Moving that energy through me, helping me heal. So with all the cards on the table, let's pop up the larger picture and see what else they show me. Nice deep breath. Magical. Again, we are looking at the gambler archetype, the shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. And that's not being lazy. That's just really abdicating responsibility. So if you're tired, if you're exhausted, it's not that. In dealing with the gambler archetype, you really want to take the leap here, take the gamble, the light attribute, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. And certainly if you are a musician, if you are an artist, that can be pretty constant, right? It's like, go get a real job. No, I'm going to follow my path, right? I'm going to follow my inspiration, as we see here in the Sagittarian card. But do you understand, giving yourself the love that you need might very well involve rewriting the subconscious. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. And yes, if you came up through the science of mind movement, affirmations, Louise Hay, all that, create your own reality through your thoughts, things, remember, it's the emotional piece that really shifts the energy. Emotion is energy in motion, right? Thoughts alone might not be enough. It's not just positive thinking. It's really embracing feeling good about everything and anything that comes your way with, of course, practice. And music can certainly help with that, seeing that Angel of Music. But on the inside, we have this passion, this inspiration, this expansion, this Sagittarian mutable fire. Very much could be about something truly inspired that you have to take a risk on, or, like I said, a larger situation involves that gamble. But on the outside, the Wheel of Fortune, there is a timing element. Now, what they're telling me is that for some of you, the time is now. For some of you, the time is later, right? But it definitely has not passed. If you can get that this is scripted, this is written, you were chosen to play this role, and there's a near infinite variety of quantum variations based on your free will decisions as you go, then you can really dance through this. It's different dancing a specific choreography to just sort of freaking out and going with the flow, right? And that's kind of the loosey-goosey that I'm feeling here with this gambler card here, but that's not, well, I mean, that kind of is Aquarian, right? Dance to the beat of your own drum, keeping with that music archetype here. But the problem is that there's a problem, right? And remember, problems can be process in disguise. There is no alchemy without lead, right? There's no healing without illness. So whatever the problem is, know that there is a solution in play, but it is in process, right? And you're given the time here to consider your foundation. You're being asked to look at how committed you are to love of yourself, love of your art, love of the people, love of life, love of whatever it is that helps you rewrite that subconscious. And certainly saying this can be about music, but to call upon the Angel of Music says that there is a certain timing in this that goes with the Wheel of Fortune, that there's a certain expression of music, a certain evocation of emotion that would come with healing. I mean, you can use music as a healing modality. Hundreds of thousands of YouTube videos with that, the binaural beats and this frequency does this and that frequency does that. I mean, so this is not an unknown concept. People have been healing with, right? Music soothes the savage beast. And though I'm not getting a savage beast here, I am getting a gambling vibe here that you kind of want to You kind of want to take the highway to the danger zone, and you want to be walking on sunshine, but with that problem, it might be nobody knows the trouble I've seen, right? And so make your way through that, but make sure that in that, considering your foundation, that you are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. How committed are you to loving yourself through this, to giving yourself the love that only you can give you, stoking that fire of passion and inspiration, and giving yourself at the same time that this is going to unfold as it needs to unfold. But if you can embrace feeling good, the less often you will feel bad as you rewrite the subconscious. Well, there it is. It does make sense to me, and I hope it makes sense to you. Please comment below if it does, and let me know how this music card pops in. Otherwise, may the Aquarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this full moon to new moon next October 2020 to take the risk when they need to, as they need to, rewriting the subconscious, taking this inspiration in this timing that's going on, allowing the problem to unfold and process as they reconsider their foundation, and allow the music to play in them, around them, and through them for their well-being and for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that jazz. It's my pleasure and my honor working for my Aquarians. Always, 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 my darlings, my friends. Hail. Farewell. And blessed be.